Why do women love tall men? Although not all girls are particularly interested in tall guys, it's also a pretty common knowledge that most girls go for taller men. It is quite interesting to know that most women even use height as a yardstick for their attraction to men. In a study performed by Rice University and North Texas University, 455 males and 470 females were interviewed about their dating lives. The data showed that 13.5% of the men wanted to date only women shorter than they are. In contrast, 48.9% of women preferred tall guys. As a matter of fact, a survey by a global research agency named Opinion Matters found that height was the second most lied about online dating profile trait for men. Job was one, emphasizing that most women love tall guys more than short guys. Also, it is found that on an average, men are considerably taller than women. Therefore, it is quite natural for women to select men who are tall rather than those who are shorter or of similar height. In this video, we'll be sharing with you some tips to help you discover why women like tall men. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. 1. Evolutionarily speaking, a larger man may be able to provide more protection for their offspring, have greater genetic qualities to pass on to their future children, and thus may be awarded greater social status. But in the real sense, unless taller equals stronger, faster and smarter, even in this scenario, height wouldn't seem to offer any particularly unique advantage. However, some psychological reasoning and factors may be responsible for the height preference. A woman doesn't necessarily find a tall man attractive because being tall is sexy, but because they unconsciously think that this man is more dominant and more able to protect them and their children. Let's explore some of these other factors that might be responsible for a woman's interest in tall men. 2. Tall men make women feel feminine. Most women want to feel like a girl. They want to feel petite and more feminine. They want to be confident in their femininity, and being with a tall guy sort of gives them that feeling. This might not be the case with all women, but for many it is. Although these men do not necessarily have to be 6 feet tall, a man who is relatively taller than a woman can fit into this category. 3. Taller guys seem more confident. Most girls like men who are more confident, and because taller men, unlike the shorter ones, are aware that women are more attracted to tall men, become confident in their ability to attract these women to themselves. Also, by physically looking up to a tall guy, it seems like he holds more authority and power. He seems to be more in charge and confident of his abilities. Anyone who naturally seems powerful and confident is desirable by women in most cases, and most of the time, tall men create this impression in women. 4. Tall men make women feel safe. Being with a man who is tall makes a woman feel safe because men who are tall seem stronger because we conflict height with weight and strength, and also being looked up to quite literally may at some subconscious level lead taller men to feel that they have superior qualities. So, dating a guy who is tall makes a woman feel well protected and super safe when wrapped in his hands because of his well-built frame, which tends to make taller men a little intimidating. Besides, a woman wants to be with a man who can do a good job of protecting and providing for their families, protect them and their children from other aggressive men. And being with a tall guy gives them that feeling of safety that they seek in men. A woman also wants to find solace in the arms of a man, especially in times of grief. A tall guy can easily wrap his hands around her, making his body feel like a mini apartment with so much space to accommodate her. 5. Blame the media. Thanks to the media, it has become some sort of social norm for men to be taller ones in a relationship or marriage. And this is usually the case or scenario you find when you watch movies or see couples on TV or in magazines. The guy is always taller. Also, girls are unconsciously taught to desire men who are tall enough to kiss their foreheads because they are better for them. This reasoning becomes instilled in their brains from a tender age, perhaps from the kind of bedtime stories that was being read to them or from cartoon characters, making it a situation of societal norm than a situation of personal interest and satisfaction. 6. Women like tall men because they like wearing heels. This isn't necessarily the case for all women, but for most women that like to wear heels, it makes them feel girly and elegant. Now, imagine being able to wear heels and still have your husband taller than you. For these women, it means they can feel petite and feminine and still be able to look up to their men literally. It also means that they get every benefit listed above and still get a little more space for their shoes. One of the best feelings in the world. In the end, women do not necessarily like men who are tall on the average, but men who are a little taller than them. Men who are confident and make them feel safe and secured. Men who make them feel like a lady, and most importantly, men who love them. In summary, evolutionary theory predicts that women look for men who can provide security and protection, who can invest in their child resources in a long-term relationship, or who can pass on good genes in a short-term fling. Thank you for watching our videos. We'd like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.